Welcome to Deep Dive. Today, we are uncovering a startling truth about friendships. Did you know that up to 80% of the people you consider friends could abandon you during your darkest moments? Or that most friendships are built on convenience rather than genuine connection? Stick around as we explore 8 powerful signs that reveal who truly has your back and who doesn't. If you want to cultivate meaningful relationships that stand the test of time, this is one deep dive you won't want to miss. Let's get started. What if I told you that 80% of people you consider friends would abandon you during your darkest moments? Social psychology research reveals that most friendships are built on convenience, not genuine connection. The average person has only 1 to 2 true friends in their entire lifetime, despite thinking they have many more. Before you dismiss this as pessimistic, consider this. Recognizing fake friends early can save you years of emotional investment in people who will ultimately disappoint you. I'm about to reveal 8 clear signs that expose someone's true friendship potential. Number 1, they remember the small details about your life. Your birthday comes and goes without a text from someone you thought cared about you. Meanwhile, another person surprises you by asking how your cat Luna is recovering from her surgery, remembering a conversation you had 3 months ago. This difference reveals everything about who truly values your friendship. Genuine friends operate like human databases, storing away the details that matter to you. They remember that you hate mushrooms on pizza, that you worry about your mom's health, that you dream of opening your own bakery someday. These friends file away information about your daily frustrations, your childhood fears, and the small victories that make you smile. Superficial friends only retain information that serves them or marks major occasions. They might remember your promotion because it affects their social status to know someone successful. But they forget that you struggle with imposter syndrome at work. They remember your wedding anniversary, but not that you mentioned feeling lonely in your marriage. The psychological effort required to remember personal details reveals profound investment. Your brain naturally filters out information it deems unimportant. When someone consistently remembers specifics about your life, their mind has classified you as significant enough to occupy precious mental real estate. True friends remember your brother's name, your deadline stress from last Tuesday, your complicated relationship with your stepfather. They ask follow-up questions about conversations from weeks ago. They notice when you seem off and recall patterns in your behavior. This mental energy allocation demonstrates that you exist as a priority in their thoughts, not just a convenient presence when they need company. Number 2, they show up during your difficult time. Here's the harsh truth about human nature. When your life becomes complicated, messy, or emotionally demanding, most people will quietly fade away. They stop returning your calls as frequently. They become mysteriously busy when you need support. Fair weather friends reveal themselves when the weather turns stormy. True friends reject the socially acceptable escape route of offering meaningless help. Instead of saying, "Let me know if you need anything," and hoping you never call, they show up with groceries when you're sick. They arrive at your door with dinner when you're overwhelmed. They text you specific offers. "I'm going to the store. What can I grab for you?" Or "I have Tuesday afternoon free to help you move boxes." Most people actively avoid others' problems because witnessing pain makes them uncomfortable. They change the subject when you mention your struggles or offer quick solutions to complex issues. Genuine friends lean into your discomfort. They ask deeper questions about your situation. They sit with you in your worry without trying to fix everything immediately. Real friends help with practical tasks during your crisis. They drive you to medical appointments, walk your dog when you're overwhelmed, or simply sit quietly while you process difficult emotions. They understand that presence often matters more than advice. This behavior requires emotional maturity that many adults never develop. Supporting someone through hardship demands time, energy, and emotional bandwidth that acquaintances aren't willing to invest. Friends who consistently show up during your difficult moments are demonstrating that your relationship holds genuine value worth protecting, even when it costs them something. Number 3, they celebrate your success without jealousy. Success has a way of exposing the true nature of your friendships. You get promoted at work or achieve a personal goal, and suddenly some friends become distant or oddly competitive. They start mentioning their own accomplishments more frequently or seem less interested in spending time with you. Psychology explains why many people struggle to genuinely celebrate others' achievements. Social comparison theory shows that humans naturally measure their worth against others. When your friend succeeds in an area where you feel lacking, it can trigger feelings of inadequacy or resentment rather than joy. Watch for subtle signs of jealousy disguised as support. Backhanded compliments, like "you were lucky to get that promotion," undermine the effort you invested. Some friends minimize your accomplishments by saying things like, "It's not that big of a deal," or quickly change the subject when you share good news. Others make your success about themselves by immediately launching into their own struggles or achievements. Genuine friends react differently to your wins. They feel excited about your success and want to hear every detail. They ask follow-up questions about your achievement and actively participate in celebrating with you. These friends see your accomplishment as proof that good things can happen, which inspires rather than threatens them. Friends who celebrate without jealousy possess secure self-esteem. They understand that relationships work best when they're collaborative rather than competitive. They recognize that your success doesn't diminish their own worth or potential. This security allows them to genuinely rejoice in your victories because they view your friendship as a partnership where both people can thrive simultaneously. Most people will tell you what you want to hear. They nod along when you make questionable decisions. They avoid mentioning your obvious mistakes. They stay silent when you're heading toward trouble. This approach maintains surface-level harmony but prevents real growth and connection. Giving difficult feedback requires genuine courage because it risks conflict and potential damage to the relationship. True friends accept this risk because they prioritize your long-term well-being over their temporary comfort. They understand that avoiding hard conversations might preserve short-term peace, but ultimately harms your development and the friendship's depth. Genuine friends care more about your growth than your temporary approval. They're willing to challenge your perspectives, question your choices, and point out behaviors that might be holding you back. This commitment to your improvement demonstrates deeper investment than friends who simply agree with everything you say. Constructive honesty differs significantly from harsh criticism. Real friends deliver feedback with care, acknowledging your strengths while addressing areas needing improvement. They focus on specific behaviors rather than attacking your character. They offer suggestions for positive change rather than just pointing out problems. Valuable, honest feedback includes pointing out blind spots you can't see yourself. It challenges bad decisions before they create lasting damage. It also addresses harmful patterns that repeat in your life. True friends won't let you get away with destructive behavior or poor choices that hurt your well-being. Friends willing to have uncomfortable conversations invest in your long-term success rather than short-term peace, demonstrating authentic care for your future. Number 5. They respect your boundaries and personal space. Boundary violations often disguise themselves as expressions of care or closeness in toxic friendships. Someone might show up at your home unannounced, claiming they just wanted to check on you, or share your private information with others because they thought you needed support. These behaviors mask control and manipulation behind the appearance of concern. Healthy boundaries encompass respect for your time, privacy, decisions, and personal limits. This means friends ask before visiting, keep your confidences private, and accept your choices without argument. They understand that you might need space to process thoughts and feelings, and they honor your need for quiet time without taking it personally. Respectful friends differ dramatically from those who guilt-trip, manipulate, or pressure you when you establish limits. When you say no to plans or need time alone, genuine friends respond with understanding rather than accusations of being selfish or distant. They don't make you feel guilty for having needs that differ from theirs. Genuine friends recognize that boundaries strengthen relationships rather than weaken them. They understand that respecting your autonomy creates trust and safety, which deepens your connection over time. These friends never try to control, dictate, or tell you how to live your life. Common boundary violations include demanding constant availability, expecting immediate responses to messages, sharing your personal business without permission, and insisting on access to your social media or phone. These behaviors reveal underlying insecurity and lack of respect. Friends who consistently respect boundaries demonstrate emotional maturity and genuine care for your well-being, and creating space for authentic connection to flourish. Number 6. They make time for you despite their busy schedule. Everyone claims to be busy these days, but true friends find ways to prioritize what matters to them. Modern life provides endless excuses to avoid investing in relationships. Yet genuine friends consistently carve out space for connection, despite packed schedules and competing demands. The difference between friends who make excuses and those who make effort becomes crystal clear through their actions. Excuse makers respond to your invitation with vague promises, like maybe next week, or when things calm down. They postpone plans repeatedly and offer rain checks that never materialize. Friends who make effort respond differently. They propose alternative times when they're available, suggest shorter meetups if schedules are tight, or find creative ways to connect within their existing routines. Genuine friends don't just fit you into their schedule as an afterthought. They actively protect time for your relationship by blocking off specific periods for connection. This might mean declining other invitations, leaving work on time for dinner plans, or choosing your company over more convenient social options. These friends demonstrate commitment through various approaches. They send quick check-ins during busy periods to maintain connection. They schedule regular meetups and treat them as non-negotiable appointments. Most importantly, when they're with you, they're truly present during conversations rather than distracted or rushing toward their next obligation. Making time requires intentional choice and sacrifice of other activities. Friends who consistently prioritize your relationship demonstrate that you hold real value in their life. They prove their investment through the most precious resource they possess. They rarely discover when friends defend them in their absence, making this behavior one of the purest tests of loyalty. These moments happen beyond their awareness, with no opportunity for them to witness the courage or thank their friends afterward. This invisibility makes the friend's defense even more meaningful because they gain nothing immediate from their actions. Staying silent when others criticize someone who isn't present requires much less effort than speaking up. Group dynamics naturally encourage participation in negative conversations about absent people. It feels safer to blend in with criticism or remain neutral than risk becoming the next target. Many people choose this path of least resistance. True defense takes multiple forms depending on the situation. Some friends redirect conversations away from negative topics about you. Others actively speak up for your character by sharing positive experiences or contradicting false claims. The strongest defenders refuse to engage with gossip entirely, walking away from conversations that attack your reputation. Defending someone carries real social risk because it can make you unpopular within the group. Standing up for an absent friend might position you against the majority opinion or interrupt the social bonding that often occurs through shared criticism. This risk makes the choice to defend particularly significant. Friends who defend you view your reputation as something worth protecting, even at personal cost. They understand that your character and standing matter beyond your immediate presence. This behavior reveals they value your relationship more than social approval from others, demonstrating genuine loyalty that extends far beyond convenient circumstances. Number 8. They invest in the friendship without expecting immediate returns. Many friendships operate like business transactions where people keep detailed mental scorecards of favors and benefits. These relationships involve constant calculations. I helped them move last month, so they owe me dinner. Or, I listened to their problems for an hour, so they should help me with my situation. This transactional approach creates an exhausting dynamic where every interaction becomes part of an ongoing exchange system. Genuine friends give freely without calculating what they'll receive in return. They offer emotional support during your crisis without expecting you to reciprocate immediately when their life is stable. These friends send thoughtful texts, remember important events, and invest time in your relationship because they value the connection itself, not the potential benefits. The fundamental difference lies in mindset. Transactional friends expect immediate reciprocation and become resentful when the balance feels uneven. Investment-minded friends focus on building long-term connection, understanding that healthy relationships naturally ebb and flow rather than maintaining perfect equality at every moment. True friendship investment includes offering emotional support without strings attached, making thoughtful gestures simply because you care, dedicating time and energy to someone's well-being without keeping score. These friends might drive across town to comfort you after a breakup. They might celebrate your achievements with genuine enthusiasm. Or they might simply listen without offering advice because they know you need to process. Friends who invest without expecting returns trust that healthy relationships balance out over time, creating genuine connection rather than collecting relationship debts that demand eventual payment. Here's the final takeaway. Finding friends who possess all 8 qualities is genuinely rare. But discovering even a few of these signs indicates real friendship potential worth nurturing. Research shows that individuals lacking quality friendships face twice the risk of premature death. This is compared to those with strong social connections. Making genuine relationships is essential for your physical and mental well-being. Recognizing these signs helps you invest your emotional energy in relationships that will actually support your growth rather than drain your resources. Use this knowledge to evaluate your current friendships and identify which connections deserve deeper investment. Most importantly, challenge yourself to embody these qualities in your own relationships. Becoming the type of friend you want to attract. Thank you for taking the time to explore these signs of genuine friendship with me. Remember, meaningful connections are rare, and precious. Invest in those who truly uplift and support you. Trust your instincts to nurture relationships that foster growth and authenticity. Stay curious, keep striving to be a genuine friend yourself, and the right people will naturally come into your life. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Stay positive, and see you in the next video.